All right, guys, you know what? We're
Chicken
in
butt.
time for the general election. It's time to get serious. It's time for the big deal!
Yeah!
All right, so last week we talked about the Republican strategy on how they're going to attempt to come as close as they can to being runner-up because we know that the Republican candidate, Donald Trump, is not going to win. But now the Democrats are focused in. What do you think the Democrats are doing right and wrong in terms of making sure that they win this election this year?
Well, I do believe the DNC really helped the polls. Polls, not the polls. That's a difference. It really did help with all the speeches and everything. I do believe, though, that there's one demographic that they're not paying much attention to, and Hillary is actually not doing that well, or not as well as Obama did 8 years ago, which is the non-educated college white men.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, the whites in general, the non-college educated ones.
What do you think that they should do to reach out to them more?
Well, that's a hard one. I mean, Hillary did go to Nebraska in the past week, which is a red state. So that shows that, you know, they're not taking the election for granted. But at the same time, I don't know, it's hard for her to connect on a personal level to big audiences and to people. For that, maybe she'll have her hubby, Bill, who will help. What is he gonna be like el primer esposo?
He's gonna be the first dude. The first dude. No, officially, he's gonna be the first gentleman.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's gonna be the first gentleman.
Is that the official title?
But they'll still call him Mr. President because he was the president before.
Of course.
The first of the first.
Yeah. What do you think about the Democrats and their strategy? Are they reaching you, Dennis?
Well, you know, Hillary has been hitting up all the gay clubs here in West Hollywood. And I think that's very important to reach out to the LGBT community. That's one. And didn't she raise like $90 million already for the campaign or something crazy like that?
Well, altogether, she has a war chest of over $1 billion. And look, this is what I think their strategy should be for the Democrats.
$1 billion,
yeah,
you
it's
said?
the most. Even
a
beating out
whole lot of
Obama back
money.
in 2012. And my theory is this. The Democrats just need to get out of the way. Let Donald Trump continue imploding because, as people around the office know, I don't believe he wants to be president.
Okay.
And every time his poll numbers go up, he implodes. He says something that he knows will lose constituency and will bring him back down in the polls. Now he's going after the family of an Islamist, of a Muslim soldier that fought for the USA that was killed in Iraq.
Wasn't he the one that was at the convention?
Yeah, that was at the convention speaking out against them, saying that it's unconstitutional to deny Muslim people to come into the USA. So I have a theory that Donald Trump will continue to implode, but there will be one huge implosion right before the election to ensure that the next president of the USA is Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Well, that only and only if nothing major comes up with WikiLeaks, which we'll talk about in the coming days.
We'll get in a second,
We'll
but you
get
know
on
what?
that.
We got to get the millennial point of view on this. Get over here, Bruno, and tell us what's up! Wait, join us on the couch. Dennis, move over.
Oh, yes. Okay. Come on down.
Bruno, what do you think the Democrats need to do to win this election, to seal the deal?
Oh my God. Well, I agree with the non-educated white males. That's a huge point that a lot of people are forgetting. And Hillary, you gotta relate to us. I know you're older. I know you've been through a lot of serious stuff, and we respect you. Like, young people respect you, but you gotta do more to let us know that we'll be safe, that you're thinking of us, that you understand us. Because we don't feel understood. We feel understood by Bernie. Like, Bernie gets it. Bernie's like, we're like, la lucha, you know, like, we're part of the struggle.
Tiene el don de la palabra.
Yeah, yes.
Which is a huge
100%. He's stood for what he believes in since day one, never faltered, and, you know, Hillary's done the thing.
That's always been the thing with Hillary, but look, I respect Hillary for not trying to be someone she's not. Whenever she tries to be a little too genuine, she ends up kind of overstepping who she really is. And who Hillary Clinton is, she's a centrist, honestly, which I like. She considers all options. She's not the one that comes up with a creative solution. She's the one that recognizes what the best solution on the table is at the moment, which is why people say that she's a political animal, but right now she's proving to be the leader, and not necessarily the one that comes up with the big idea like Bernie about how to
And her
fix
biggest
problems.
strength, in my opinion, will always be her experience. I mean, she's been
absolutely.
in the political thing, like, she has a political career since she was like 17 or something.
Right.
So, I mean, that's always gonna be the number one, no
the
matter
Republicans aren't even bringing up experience. I mean, they know, first of all, half the Republicans are leaving.
How would they?
Okay, wait. First of all, somebody mentioned this on Facebook. You need more experience to work at a fast food restaurant than you need to be the president of the United States. Donald Trump has no experience, and he's up there already.
Well, look, this is what Donald Trump represents. I believe that our political system is very closed off. And the only way an outsider, if you can call him that, can get in is if you have crazy name recognition and supposedly a lot of money, supposedly because he won't release his tax returns friends and he's trying to make himself look richer than he is.
Right. Yeah.
So, but God, I think that, you know, this guy's a little mentally ill, and that might be the big implosion before the election comes, when we prove that he doesn't have the mental capacity to be sane with his hand on the button.
Well, Obama actually just had a speech that basically laid out the fact that he is completely unfit psychologically to handle the presidency. George H.W. Bush and the other Republican, living, all the living presidents did not attend the RNC because they don't support their presidential
Well, a bunch of
candidate.
Republicans are coming out supporting Hillary now. Like down the list, and the ones that won't support Hillary, they're endorsing third-party candidates. So very few. I think he has Rudy Giuliani and Newt Gingrich are the only two Republicans left, and they want to have an intervention with Trump.
Yeah.
So I say Hillary. You know what? Do what you're doing. You've already proved it. It's on your resume. Just kind of like sit back and let this guy implode.
She's
I
overqualified.
I think nobody really thought that he was going to be elected for the Republican Party anyway. Like, I don't know. There must be like, how did this happen?
No. Middle America, honestly.
Okay, but
Which is what we were talking about.
Schwarzenegger became governor. Nobody thought that the Terminator was going to be able to hold office, so anything is possible.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Donald Trump makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look like FDR. You know, that's Franklin Delano Roosevelt for the viewers who don't